Hello everyone, how are you? This is Pooja Sardeshmukh. I'm joining in from Japan, and I'm sorry, actually, my computer just went into the restart mode, so I'm taking the call from my phone. And yeah, I would like to continue with this meeting today. So nice meeting you. See, today we are starting with our first webinar. And we are trying to explain, how it is in Japan, and it is interesting, and what are the job opportunities. So this is our first webinar in the series. We will be conducting a few, almost one every month, and we will bring in different people, and we will have sharing of their experiences. So yeah, please join every time. So basically, the sequence of today's webinar would be like we will have the objective, like the slides I've prepared is objective. First thing is like why we are doing this webinar, and then we will have a quick presentation by Tabasan. She is a vlogger, and she lives in Arunachal Pradesh, and she will be talking about her experiences and her travel and journey, internationally, India and Japan. Then we will have some small interview of Siddharth San, president of IJBC, like his views on this higher education research and the activities we plan to do under that. After that, we will have a small QA session, and in the end, we will have a small stint of Japanese language. So we will have like some, you will learn some greetings, or some basics of Japanese language by Manjari Sensei. Okay, so yeah, so the first slide. Thank you, Siddharth. So as I mentioned, that the reason I am discussing this webinar, or I'm presenting it here to all of you, is because we want to explore together what are the opportunities in Japan, especially for youth. As you know, like everyone almost is aware of, like even the smallest university in the US, and they can easily apply and they can go. But so far, Japan, that kind of information is not easily available. So in the Indo-Japan Business Council, we decided to start this activity under the Higher Education Research Council, that we can share media information. So for young generation, as you know, the media is very important, and lots of activities are there happening between India and Japan. So that will be the first one. And then we will also bring up, as we go on in this webinar series, we will bring you different role models, like who have been successful between India and Japan. Also, we will share the opportunities related to job and also the higher education. So we can explain, like what kind of scholarships Japanese government is offering, what all the universities yeah, in Japan who are willing to accept international students, what is the procedure for that, and so on. Yeah, so for the first one, shall we start with Tabasan? Is she there, Tabasan? Konnichiwa. Hi.
Konnichiwa.
Hi, Tabasan. Yeah,
Hajimemashite.
so はい、はじめま
はい。
して。私はプージャです。今後、
私はなです。
HR の担当になります。よろしくお願いします。
Will speak in English
Yes, of course, of
because
course.
I am
Yes, yes.
still learning Japanese. Mm.
Right.
How are
So,
you?
Tabasan, yeah, I'm good. We have many people in the call. So, we would like to
Okay.
understand your journey, and, you can share your vlog, and you can also explain about your interest between India and Japan. Yeah, over to you.
Okay. Well, I am from Arunachal Pradesh, basically, and I have studied law from Pune University. While I was studying law, I was also doing YouTube, which I recorded my travel experiences. I always had a very interest in traveling. So I used to take out some free time while traveling, and that's how I started traveling all over India during my free time. Later on, I started to travel internationally. Hello, are you there?
Yes. Yes, yes, I'm
Yes.
listening. Yes.
So I traveled more than 10 countries, but I have not found as beautiful country as Japan. So once I visited Japan, I think I stopped here, and currently I'm in Japan for the fourth time. and I'm still traveling in Japan. And Japan has just won my heart. I don't know, like the people here, the culture, everything is very different from the all of the other Asian countries. And so far, all of my travel experience is not as as good as it is in Japan. So I have decided to travel Japan intensively, and I am trying to be a travel vlogger here in Japan. I'm trying to cover as many prefectures here in Japan, and also looking forward to build my future here in Japan. Though I'm not working in a industry, IT industry, but I am looking forward to build entrepreneurship life here in Japan. So that's all for now. If you have any question like for my experiences, you can ask.
Yeah, so what is the meaning of building entrepreneurship life? Like, you want to become a businesswoman, or like what kind of business
Yes,
you
yes.
want to start?
Yes, yes. Through my YouTube career, I have earned good amount of income. So with that, I have built a restaurant back in my hometown in Arunachal Pradesh 2 months back, and that is my base there. But then now I want to also work between India and Japan. Also, I got introduced to IGBC through a mutual friend of Siddhan San and mine. And that's how I got introduced to IGBC. And after I got introduced to IGBC, I thought of working with IGBC to connect India and Japan, as my interest in Japan is similar like IGBC, and I have independently started my own travel career here in Japan, since my YouTube is based in Japan now. So I am taking a lot of students for study tours here in Japan. Plus, I haven't started any study tour, but with the help of IGBC, I am looking forward to help as many students I can. But as a tourist, I have brought three successful trips here from India, and I started to do my own travel groups from India. So I thought of, why not also try to bring students who are interested to study here in Japan and are interested to build career here in Japan. Since I, as per my experience, I have a lot of experience which I can share and help people who are looking forward for a career here. So yeah, that is my vision. And for the entrepreneurship, I am taking forward my travel thing here. Plus, I'm looking for a business which I can start something in India from Japan. So that is still on search. Yeah,
That is great. You
over
know,
to you.
I'm very impressed. And I just
Yeah.
wanted to know, where do you learn Japanese, or have you already learned, or what is your status of Japanese language? I think people will be interested in knowing, like, before starting any business or any venture, whether it is
Mhm.
required to know Japanese, or what is.
Yes, yes. For the students, of course, they need to learn N4 level at least to come here to study. But for the job people, it depends on the job designation, what kind of job they are doing. There are also few jobs which does not require Japanese, but then mostly in my research, yes, if you know Japanese, then it is very very helpful to be here in Japan, to blend here easily. And for my experience, I don't know fluent Japanese. I'm still learning. uh, I'm planning to appear in 5 level Japanese, but as of now, it's not that difficult for me to explore here in Japan without knowing Japanese. So it's okay for me, since I am not a student or a working profession here. But then I would suggest all the people who are looking for a career here should learn Japanese language and come to Japan.
Oh, that's wonderful. Can you show us one of your videos?
Uh, I can. You can check my YouTube channel. It's named Taba
Okay.
Yam Anna. Yeah.
Okay.
So I have more than 2 lakh subscribers. So I feel
Okay.
like, having that many supporters from all over the world, I feel like, I have to give back to the community. So I am so much in love with Japan. So I think, giving back to Japan is something I will do it like very happily, because I feel so connected here in Japan. I think I want to start something here. to help people India and Japan doing something. So I'm yet to be, very clear about what is my vision, but I'm still on search with the help of IJBC. And I'm very glad to be a part of IJBC. Thank you so much. To share one experience, I last year when I visited Japan for the first time, I met a girl while crossing the street. She she is Japanese. I just asked her like which way to go. Is this the right is this the right way to go? And then she was so kind to me. She said, "Where are you going?" I said, "I am going to the Yokohama Tower." And then she said, "Okay, I am also going there. Do you mind joining me like that?" She asked me, and then I said, "Wow, that will be beautiful experience." Then she took me to the tower. She bought me the ticket along with her, and we explored the whole Yokohama like the whole day together. It was a beautiful experience, and the funny part is that I did not know a single Japanese word, and she does not know single English word, but we used translation to hang around throughout the day together. And that's when I, realized how kind and humble Japanese people are. And she became my friend from that day onwards, and today we are together. We are here in Kamakura together. She
I think we have a good introduction by Tabasan, and I'm sure that our other members will be motivated to visit your channel and take a look at all the information you are sharing about Japan. Thank you so much, Tabasan.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Thank you
so
so much.
thank you. Thank you. Please continue being with us. So, Siddharsan, I would like to interview you and we can discuss about the prospects of this forum. Yeah. So, thank you for setting up all of this and IJBC's initiative. So, can you please tell us a little bit about yourself and how you started from India to Japan?
Good morning, all. My name is Siddharth Deshmukh. I'm current president of Indo-Japan Business Council, and thank you very much for everyone to join here. And I was just uh, watching a previous speaker's Anna-san's short talk. Actually, yesterday night I had a word with her, and she said she will be traveling, but she will be able to manage and talk. And I'm very glad that she able to do that. The best part is that kind of a story little bit matching. She went there Japan as a tourist, I so as me also. uh, so that's something similarities between us, and that time I also never used to speak Japanese. And, yeah, so uh, first you want to hear my story or you want to hear IJBC story?
Yeah, first, please tell us about yourself and then IJBC eventually. Yes, thank you.
All right. About myself, I think around 2000, late 2000 or 2001. That's somewhere my interaction with Japan started much often and deeper with my friends who I was connected through email or letters. Those days, email was not that easy. um, Internet was there, but it was expensive and kind of new with the dial-up services and all, but somehow we used to communicate with each other. And then there was a time where I got invitation to visit Japan, and thanks to my friends who helped me visit Japan. So yeah, it was like a short term visa, like 3-month visa, kind of tourist visa. Um, I got, and I visited Japan uh, as a tourist. Started exploring, started living there, and found it's interesting country. Uh, Although it was much more challenging than now, not knowing Japanese was one of the biggest hurdle. That hurdle was about the communication. Although I was surrounded by my friend, uh, because of that, my life was that way easy because I could communicate through them. But if you really want to get around alone, or interact with people, or enjoy your life, a bit of Japanese knowing was essential, definitely. Compare with what it is today. Today is little bit more easy. There are so many more tourists there. There are so many more Japanese are also learning English, or opening up to talk. uh, but that way you cannot do a business, or or a job. Definitely, still it was difficult. But apart from that, what I found is there are so many interesting things in Japan. The way of life, the way of doing business, and so many opportunities. Because if you look at the Japan's demography wise, that time and now, it's not much different. It was like, still, a country where you have old people population. It is a country still there are less manpower, and so on, which is over the period, it just, you know mm, multiplying and getting complex, that way. uh, and it's bad for a country, but maybe it is good for a job market. I should not say that, but yes, that's the fact. That's the fact that it is, the democratic issues of Japan, like old age, uh, and less people in a job market, is creating a problem for Japan. So yeah, so I what I realize is, it's still, uh, I'm IT professional, so in terms of uh, IT industry, it looks like they are also looking at India as a destination where they can explore the possibilities to collaborate, for software. And that is where I started this talking and exploring, and finding out my options, and started working with the small experimental projects, um, with the different people through different references, uh, and just trying my my different experiment, or my different ideas with them, and slowly progressed on that path. And at one stage, I could see the big opportunities, and we grabbed some good project, and decided to convert my individual effort to the uh, team effort. I decided to go for a company, and yeah, from then onwards, uh, started building a team in India. Came back to India, started full-fledged company, set up a one office there also, and hence onward, that's how we build our software company, which is totally focused on Japan. But that's how I build my career in Japan. Point I'm trying to make here is that there are things, there are two ways that you get all the information. You study everything from your country, and then appear for job interview, or applied for scholarship, or apply for admission, and then you visit some country. Or there are some other ways that if you have a, not everybody can do that, but if you can do that, sometime it is good idea to go to the strange destination, try to explore it, and then find out your own career opportunities. So there are both ways. Which is right, which is wrong? I think that debate doesn't really matters. What matters is that can you find out opportunities, and are you ready to accept different culture, different language, different setup, mindset. That's very important. uh, yeah, that is a point. I
Okay.
guess, yes.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, Siddharth. I would like to know, like, after venturing into your own business,
Yeah.
how did you decide on to making this NPO, Indo-Japan Business Council, and consequently the HERC? Can you please explain?
Oh yes. Um, I think to all my audience here who are more or less out here to understand what are their career and education opportunities in Japan. I don't want to disappoint you that I'm not able going to talk about that much, but I will able to answer some of your question. But today I'm going to take this opportunity that what IGBC, the Indo-Japan Business Council, where you join this webinar which we propose to have every month. And if we found the response is very good, we may do increase the frequency to every uh, twice in a month. I mean 2 times in a month, fortnightly, we can do that. um, Also, so yeah, coming back, so Indo-Japan Business Council, as the name suggests, it's a business council. It's a definitely focused on strengthening the economic and the commercial ties between the India and Japan, promoting the business from cross borders, from the both countries. But very early on as an entrepreneur, we realized that when if you want to do the business in some difficult territories like Japan, where the style of business is very different, where the people speak different language, their way of thinking is quite different than the way Indian thinks. Uh, to making the business successful is important. First is to know the culture. Second is to know people. Third is to know the language. I put always language on the third part, because yes, it takes, because language is a gradual learning process. You cannot just adapt to it. But what you can do is that keep your mind open. First, start loving the culture, start understanding the culture, start dare to interact and enjoy where in a strange environment. So at IGBC we decided, okay, let's start business little later. Let's start initiatives for academia. That's a language learning, uh, finding out different ways to educate yourself for Japan or in Japan. And then how we can improve the people to people connect, how we can learn the language, sorry, culture about each other, and build a solid understanding. So that's how the IGBC born. We decided to uh, incorporate this not-for-profit bilateral chamber in 2011. And since then we are working very hard to bring the people from both countries together on and make uh, their understanding about each other on a holistic level, like culture, language, food, and then gradually people to people connect, and then turn it into the business. What we are gathering here today is one of such initiative, what we call Higher Education and Research Committee of Indo-Japan Business Council. The Higher Education and Research Committee of Indo-Japan Business Council is totally focused on academia, where we will be promoting the education opportunities in Japan, research opportunities in Japan, career opportunities in Japan. And similarly, if not everyone can go to Japan, because Japan is bringing, Japanese companies are heavily investing in India, and I can see that investment is going to go double and triple and much more, 10 times in coming years. At least for next 30 years, this trend is going to be just go up and up and up. There are huge investment coming in India, but when some investment is coming from that country, definitely the people from those country will also travel here. definitely they will require the bilingual experts here, they will require the engineers here, accountants here, everything here, because they want to do business in India. So like there is equal difficulties when we go to Japan, they are also going to face the equal difficulties and similar difficulties when they come to India. So this bilingual force, this bilingual young professionals, whether they are engineers or accountants or artists or a different professional doctors, whatever, this is going to be useful. It's not IT engineer, or it's not something electronic engineer, or it's not something mechanical engineer. It's going to be all, because when business happen, it needs support from everyone. It's not only engineers or anything like that. So because I get this question asked often, that I am not engineer, what is in it for me? So yes, there is something for everyone, something for everyone. So IJBC will focus on building this bilingual uh, force in India. We are not only promoting this through the education and career in Japan, but we are also creating India's first bilingual directory. That means if you know the Japanese and if you know any other language in India, you are a bilingual professional, and you should be there registering to that into that directory, because this directory is being used by many corporates to hire the people. So we will not only stop you or providing you information here, but we will actually try to create a platform where you can expect some support. But that doesn't mean that we get involved into any kind of business or transaction with here. No, we are a neutral platform, and our goal is to help people find their own ways, and not to actually do the consultancy. We are not career consultant or anything. So for that we have our members also. For that there are many people out also, you can approach them, but here you will get the authentic information. And that's the purpose of IJBC, Indo-Japan Business Council's Higher Education Research Committee. Why it is necessary to discuss this today? We thought because this interview is being recorded, and it will be there permanently on our YouTube channel. So those who cannot attend today, they can go and see this. You attend today, you have questions here. This is not a first seminar. I request you to come and come forward and attend this entire seminar series that you're going to run through entire year. Depending on, as I said, depending on the response, we may increase the frequency also, and maybe in one of those episodes definitely you will keep finding the answers, and let your queries keep coming here also. Our YouTube channel also, you can write to us also, and based on those questions we will craft our new episodes, because answering individual and queries may not be possible sometime, but we will do. We have here Dr. Pooja Sardeshmukh. She is actually the chairman of HERC, and this initiative is going to be run by her entire year for all of you. Spread the word and enjoy the information, use it, and build your career. That's what we expect.
Okay. Thank you, Siddharth. Can you please also share some information about the education conclave that IJBC is planning, or which we have done recently finished? Can you please share some outcome or views on that?
Yeah, definitely. So one of this webinar is one of the initiatives. Then Anasan also proposed that we will be taking the student tour to Japan to explore those, for those students who it is possible for them to directly go to Japan and explore the Japan, how the country looks, and go to university and interact in university, go and see the everything. But also there are many people who will not able to do. So what we are doing is that annually we host the education conclave. It's a annual biggest India Japan education and career conference. It happened once in a year. It already happened in Guwahati. I can see some of our uh, you viewers today are from the northeast, and they might have attended or might have missed. But uh, this conclave is a one day affair where we bring lot of universities, occasional schools, language schools from Japan. uh, they set up their booths here, and you can directly interact with them. We bring many speakers, expert speakers, career guidance, and the university presentation. You can see them and interact and directly discuss your possibilities there. But we know this is a once in a year and not everybody can reach there. So we thought, why not we start the webinar? So this webinar is a first in that series, and we will continue this for entire 1 year. We will see how the response is. We will see what more information we can disseminate. So the education conclave itself, some last edition was a third edition, and I think it attracts around 700 to 800 student on event day. And I think registration was around 16 to 1800 registration itself. So we see the a kind of enthusiasm um, we are seeing among young people to explore Japan as an education destination, and that's a very good sign. I also want to invite you to one of our cultural event, that is a Konnichiwa Pune, that happens every year in Pune. Unfortunately, it's a Pune flagship event, so it always happens in Pune. It always happens on the third week of November. And so this year also it is going to be on the 16th and 17th of November. If some of you can really visit Pune and enjoy this festival, you will able to see the culture, you will able to meet many artists, you will able to also meet some career professionals over there, enjoy the food, music. It's a 2-day event. I think around 12 to 15,000 people turn around in 2 days. It's a big event. It's in its sixth edition. So yeah, so we try to create this multiple opportunities for our young students, professionals, to explore possibilities. We have a student membership also. You can go to our website and explore the benefits of it. Yeah, so that's about lot of different initiatives that IGBC conduct for the students.
Okay. Okay, thanks. Now I would like to open it for any question answers. So I think anyone has questions, so please raise your hand and you can ask.
There is
Hello.
interesting question, I think, in a chat I just now saw, is very commonly asked. Are there any vegetarian food options available in Konnichiwa Pune? Okay, Konnichiwa Pune, yes, there you will find out vegetarian food option. I thought you were asking, is there any vegetarian food option available in Japan? You will find out a lot of vegetarian food in Japan as well. And you will find a lot of Indian restaurant. In fact, why as long as you are in Tokyo or Tokyo metropolitan area, almost every ward has a one Indian food option available to you. It's Indian food is very popular over there. Yeah. Somebody was asking question. Sorry.
Yes, so there's a question from Gautam San. He says, no, I think Vivek Kumar. He is asking if N2 is necessary for job opportunity in Japan.
Based on my experience, it again depends upon what kind of a job is there. Question is not N2 or N1 or N3 or me like person who never went to any Japanese school. Question is that how practical you are and can you use the language when it is required. How much you communicate. That's more important. But yeah, technically, if I say at least N3 is required, N2 is something, when you go little bit more into language side, where absolutely you have to read and write every day, probably. Otherwise, if it is about a communication, probably focus on communicating than certificate.
Okay, Gautam, can
Somebody in person was asking here question. Can I take that question first? Yeah.
Yes, yes. Hello, sir. Hajime Mashte. I'm Gautam. I'm from Pune.
Yes.
The reason why I joined this is because my girlfriend is Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
She stays in Japan. I stay in India.
Mm-hmm.
And in terms of my long-term goals, I am interested in exploring work opportunities in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Either that, or currently my work profile is such that I can work remotely. I work in advertising as a writer, so I can work from anywhere. So currently, what we do is I go there on a tourist visa for 2 months because we just have 90 days.
Mm-hmm.
But my major question is it a possibility to have the same profession yet stay in Japan? Or is it necessary to work in Japan with a Japanese company to stay in Japan? And what are the job opportunities in Japan for non-IT sectors? Because I'm not into IT, I'm into advertising and writing. So I know
Uh,
it's a very peculiar case.
Yeah, so there are, I think maybe let me divide your question into at least two, three parts. One is, uh, can you stay here or maybe remotely work in Japan but earn from India and can go to Japan, right? That's the thing.
Yes,
It's about your
that's one.
economical. If you are able to prove that you are economically able to sustain in Japan, that's the matter. It's not where you are working or what you are working. It's about, can you sustain that?
Mhm.
So that's a short answer. Probably this is a little bit individualistic answer, so we may take it off this thing.
Yes, at a
Second,
later discussion.
second thing is that what are the career options non-engineers? Look, like our society, not everybody is engineer and not everything is engineering. So yes, there is no question, there are many opportunities. The thing is that the profession which you are in definitely need a language, because you are in advertising and marketing. So that means you need to effectively communicate with the local market. So it's
Right.
about the language. But maybe if there is a possibility to work with some multinational which need some marketing professional who explicitly need to speak in English, there is a possibility, because there are many companies in Japan who are now expanding outside, or they are changing their way of doing a business. So probably yes, those are the opportunities we have seen. Earlier we never saw uh, people like architect working in Japan, but we recently we have seen that Indian architects are working in Japan. So that's a kind of a surprising change. So it's a matter of going and exploring or continuously looking and asking for, because there is
Mhm.
always possibility. I think I answered your questions. Yeah, if something more, then probably is a very individualistic question, we can answer them
We
later.
can connect later.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, hello,
Any,
sir. I have
yes.
a question. I am JLPT N2 certified and I want to pursue N1 in Japan. So, what criteria should we consider while choosing a Japanese language school or an institute?
I think you just need to find out a reputed school which is really, really into uh, teaching good Japanese to you, because N1 or N2, these are the just certification exam which you go to school or you don't go to school, you can still appear for them. So they are
Mm-hmm.
independent of a school. But what criteria? I think you just check the reputation, because everywhere there is a good and there is a bad. Some school just want to attract young people over there, take a lot of money from them, and but they don't teach properly. Or some students just take admission in a school for the sake of visa, and then they do illegal work in the sense, maybe the students are not allowed to work full time, but they work and so on. So those are the bad things, avoid those. Find out the reputation of a school. Talk, if possibly talk to students who already completed there, and go to any of those schools. So I don't think, if you're looking at a language school, I don't think there is any problem. If you say that, okay, I want to do like a university course in a language, that's a different story. Probably then you need that kind of graduation or post graduation or whatever in India which is eligible for to get admission further in the university. But private language school, I think they don't need all these things. You can just cross check the reputation.
Mm-hmm. Okay, sir.
Yes.
Uh, so I was thinking of learning in Japan because as I am from commerce background, I cannot find jobs easily on LinkedIn or any other sites.
Yeah, I get your point. Yes, that is possible. Difficult thing if you go to Japan and stay there and
Hmm.
maybe learn further, maybe with the help of a school and with the help of new connections and friends, you may able to find out job quicker than on a LinkedIn. Yeah, I
Yes.
I agree with you.
Hello,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Yeah, can we take one question at a time so that many more question can accumulate? Yes,
Hello, sir. May I speak?
yes.
Sir, I wanted to know how are the career opportunities for the agriculture sector in Japan? Because basically, I am an agri graduate and I've been working here in India for more than 2-3 years in the field of development sector and agriculture. So I wanted to explore if there are any better opportunities in Japan. Thank you.
Although as I told you, I will not say no, but kind of a not a conventional thing, because what I can understand from you, that you actually looking for some sort of job and not like the worker on the farm. So if we are talking of the worker on the farms, there are so many Vietnamese are working on the farm actually. But if you're looking at a kind of a job like maybe in a research or administration or maybe teaching or whatever, but related to the agriculture, probably my answer would be like do your try to visit, do your own research, or maybe if we can find out somebody relevant, we may able to connect you. I am not able to answer you perfectly, but definitely you will also need to learn language, because it's a kind of a sector where you are not uh, usually it's a local sector, not international sector, so probably language also will be one barrier. But options are always there, because already Japan is facing a lot of shortage of agriculture worker, but there is a difference between the worker and the you know uh, job class. So that we first we need to identify what exactly you want to do, and then accordingly maybe some research can help you. Yeah. So maybe I can take few from this chat over here. There is a lot of questions. We may not able to answer all, but let me pick up some. I think I already answered about end-to-end 3 agriculture. Okay. How is the PhD landscape? Voice. You want to do the PhD in any of the field, Japan is the best place. You see, Japan has a more Nobel literate than anybody else, anywhere else. Any field PhD, most of the PhDs and research courses are available either in partial English or fully English. There are many universities, many places you can definitely do the PhD. And I think doing PhD in Japan is doing real research. Just do your research. What exactly in which field you want to do the PhD, and then try to find out the universities. There are many universities: Tokyo University, Kyoto University, Shimane, Keio, multiple universities which offers the PhD course in English. And if you are a working professional, you want to go for a that option, then also you can do the PhD as a working professional as well. PhD And research kind of education is easier because most of them are also offered in English. Japanese language again, earlier also I addressed that Japanese language skill, or whether you need Japanese or not, really depends upon the what kind of a job you are looking at. Many a time, if you are a high skill IT in this IT engineer in AI or some other data science field or something, probably you don't need Japanese. Uh, how can I find a job in mechanical engineering? Its answer is again simple. You cannot sit here and find a job like that. Well, what you need is a more specific uh, and go on. Maybe a simple answer for this kind of a stuff is that maybe you try to find out a job first in a Japanese company in India. That way may open your gates more easier than directly finding a job in Japan. Uh, that is easier path to visit Japan or start getting more information or updates about Japan. But otherwise also there are definitely multiple options available, but probably you should also start learning some Japanese along with that. Yeah, any in-person question?
Hello.
Yes.
Hi sir, myself Rajesh. I'm working as a mechanical design engineer for past 3 years. I have completed N4. So it's better to try PG scholarship or to try at work in Japan. It's preferable.
If you want to learn further, then yes, find out the scholarship, go and learn something more there, and after while you are studying, look for different job opportunities, career opportunities. Otherwise, I told you it is better that you try. There's opportunities in Japanese companies in India with your N4. Definitely, it will be a little bit added advantage for you.
Okay.
And then probably through company you can go, or once you are into that loop, you will always get more information.
Okay, for particularly trying for scholarship for PG, they're asking like research paper, so we can get guidance for a particular research paper, and for getting a scholarship would be preferable.
Yes. One definitely in future, one of those sessions we will handle the scholarships, higher education, PhDs, and all those things. So maybe you will get more detailed information during those sessions.
Okay, at which time we can expect that session?
No, keep remain in our mailing list. Keep watch. You will get information. I don't have a schedule with me.
Okay, thank you.
No. The question said, I am a yoga and naturopathy doctor. Can I get a job opportunity in Japan? See, this is a very plain question. Can I get a job opportunity in Japan? Everyone asking here, can I get a job opportunity in Japan? One answer is yes, another answer is no, depending upon what sector and how you are going to opt for it. For example, whenever you say doctor, I don't think in Japan naturopathy is recognized this thing, but yoga is very popular. There are many yoga chapters or yoga associations in Japan. Maybe you can start writing them and start getting in touch with them. But definitely, I think you will need to learn language as also, because it's a more about communicating with the people. So that profession is, yeah.
Actually, Rajiv-san said that it is possible for him to go. So, just Rajiv-san, can you explain like how it is?
Yeah, so just like beauticians and yoga have now been added to the SSW work profile or domain profile. So you'll have to qualify as an SSW worker or I would say under the SSW visa class, which requires N4 level of Japanese language. And obviously, you have the domain skills already with you, and you have to give that exam. Exam is not yet started in India, but the domain has been now listed on the SSW program. So happy to discuss it offline and guide you as to how you can go about it.
Okay, anyone has any further questions regarding Japan job opportunities to Siddharth-san or Raju-san? I would like to introduce Raju-san. Is also our executive council member, and he is looking into Northeast Research Council, and he also actually places people in Japan, right? Raju-san, you can introduce yourself, please.
Yeah, for the benefit of all, good morning. I'm Rajiv Gupta. I'm based here in the Northeast, currently in Guwahati. We operate a Japanese language institute, which we also train people. And obviously, one or two objectives. One is education in Japan, which is higher education, etc. Also, Japanese language schools. And second is for direct placement for jobs under the two government-to-government programs, which are TITP and SSW. SSW is more now coming up more, which is Specialized Skill Worker Program. If anybody wants to get in touch, my company's name is JACEX, JACEEX. You can Google it and you'll get all the coordinates. And happy to interact and guide you further. Thank you, Pooja-san.
Thank you. So, Siddharth-san, you have any other guidance for the team, for the joinees here? Otherwise, we can take into a little bit of a Japanese language introduction.
Well, as I said, my idea about Japan is not conventional. When you think about Japan, you have to think unconventional. You have to think that it's a different place, but it's unexplored. Less Indian people go there, but great admire amazing respect in Japan. And I will suggest that when you are exploring other destinations for your education, I think Japan should be on your list, because usually we don't go to the unknown destination. Everybody is trying to go to some or other Western countries, which is quite expensive. In Japan, you can almost sometime you can learn the same course at if not half the price, but at least 30 to 40% lesser than what you learn overseas. In fact, some of the nowadays Indian private universities are more expensive than some of the options in Japan. You will able to get 100% scholarship in many cases. Everything you are not going to get from here. Many scholarships are available once you are in Japan. Once you are in a school or college, you can apply for many other scholarships, and those are possible. Like any other education destination, it is possible to do job in Japan. Otherwise, you can educate there and come back, and still you have many job opportunities. Not necessarily that you need to study in Japan and work in Japan only. Many people think that in Japan means Japanese courses are taught in Japanese only. There are many universities nowadays, undergraduate, some courses are available in English also, and in postgraduate case, most of the time many of the courses are available in English. Many international professors also teach there. So look at it, explore it, and then take your own decision. That will be a better way. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Does anyone have any other question further, or shall we go on to the next item on our agenda? Yeah. So as Raju-san has explained, you can contact him for more information. You can also write onto us for this. You can write to IJBC, so we can also answer your questions separately. And please continue joining because we will have more speakers with bringing in different perspectives and different kind of experiences to be shared with you. So I will have like last section of this meeting, this webinar is introduction to Japanese language, and I would like to call Manjiri San. She is a Japanese teacher, and we are currently teaching in Rajiv Gandhi University, and she's a certified N2 and also freelance teacher, and she's been awarded the Teachers Training Program by Japan Foundation as well as a scholarship for Japanese language study tour. So Manjiri-san, can you please take further?
Yeah, hello, how are you all? Good morning. I am just here to introduce you the Japanese language. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. So I heard many of you know the language already, but the people who don't know the language, do you have any idea about the language? Have you heard anything or do you know anything about the language?
Yes, basically, Japanese has I can say
Sorry, you are not audible to me.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Basically, Japanese have three, we can say, big varieties: hiragana, katakana, and kanjis. Basically, hiragana is a Japanese language. Katakana, which some of the words which are taken from the another language that's are written in katakana, and kanji are the Chinese words which are taken as it is.
Yeah, Chinese characters, pictorial characters, which they have taken as it is, but they pronounce it in different way. They have adopted both the pronunciations, Chinese and Japanese. Yeah. So now I will share the screen and I will introduce you with basic self-introduction. So what you told is right. There are three scripts, hiragana, katakana and kanji. In hiragana, you write the Japanese words. In katakana, you write the words which you have adopted from the other language. And kanji is a pictorial script. Basically, many of you have asked which exam we should have appeared to go to Japan, N1, N2, N3. I think more important is not exam is important. What is important is how you can communicate. Spoken language is more important because even you have appeared for N1 and if you are not able to communicate, you are not able to speak, there is means if you are not able to speak, then there is no use. So it's more important to speak. So today I will introduce you the spoken Japanese. Let us start with some greetings. That is Ohayo gozaimasu. That is good morning. Konnichiwa is good day. Konbanwa is good evening. And oyasumi nasai is good night. Does anyone want to try how to pronounce it? If you want to try, you can try. I have written it, so I think you will be able to read it. Ohayo gozaimasu. That is good morning. Does anybody want to try it?
Ohayo gozaimasu.
You are not audible.
Hello,
Yeah.
I'm audible?
Yeah.
Ohayo gozaimasu. Konnichiwa.
Ohayo gozaimasu. There is you. That is for prolonged pronunciation. So ohayo gozaimasu.
Ohayo gozaimasu.
Hi.
Konnichiwa. Konbanwa. Oyasumi nasai.
Hi, right. Then Anatano namae wa nan desu ka? That is, what is your name? Anatano o namae wa nan desu ka? Usually they don't say anatano. Usually if the person is in front of you, you have to only say onamae wa nan desu ka? So anatano onamae wa nan desu ka? Can anyone repeat it? Anatano onamae wa nan desu ka?
Anata no onaima wa nan desu ka?
Onamae. Onamae is name. Onamae wa nan desu ka?
Onaima wa nan desu ka?
Hi. Your answer should be watashi no namae wa. First you have to tell your surname and then you have to tell your name. For example, in my case, watashi no namae wa Gokure Manjiri desu. So first you have to tell the surname, because usually in Japan they call you by your surname, not by your first name. So watashi no namae wa Gokure Manjiri desu. Or the simple sentence is watashi wa Gokure Manjiri desu. Then anata wa nan desu ka means what is your profession? What do you do? Anata wa nan desu ka? Watashi wa gakusei desu. On the place of gakusei, you can tell any profession what you are. Watashi wa gishi desu. Gishi is engineer. Watashi wa isha desu. Isha is doctor. So what your profession is? So watashi wa gakusei desu. Then anata wa nani jin desu ka? From where are you? Which country? What is your nationality? Anata wa nani jin desu ka? In my case, watashi wa Indo-jin desu. Indo is India. So watashi wa Indo-jin desu. Jin is for your nationality. So Indo-jin desu, Igirisu-jin desu, America-jin desu. From which country you are, just you have to put jin. America-jin is American. Igirisu-jin is from UK. Russia-jin is I am from Russia. Then Hajime Mashite. Hajime Mashite is we are meeting for first time. And Dozo Yoroshiku Onegai Ishimasu. Glad to meet you. So this was the lesson for our self-introduction. This you can practice. I think this will be given in the video also. So this was our self-introduction session. If you practice it as it is, you will be able to introduce yourself. Thank you.
Okay, anyone has any questions about Japanese language? There were some people who are already practicing Japanese language, who are studying, who want to study. So you can ask right now in this section.
Yes.
Where we
I
talk
do
about
have
language.
a question. I'm audible?
Yes.
Yeah. Ma'am, how can we practice in Japanese language? Because we are not in here atmosphere where we can speak on a daily basis. So how we can practice it on a daily basis and improve our communication skill, basically, not for the exam purpose.
Have you joined any class or anything?
Yeah, I do have joined a class, but we
So in
don't.
class you must be having some conversation section, na?
No, it's a recorded lectures which I had gone through.
Achha, you have not joined physically.
Yeah.
But you can listen to many YouTube videos. There are many YouTube videos also.
Okay.
And for conversation, you have to do conversation with your classmates only.
Okay. Yeah.
Because physically, if someone there, then only you can converse. Otherwise, you can do the hearing practice, right?
Yes, yeah.
For conversation, no, you need somebody.
Yes.
So you have to find someone who can converse with you, and you have to strictly converse in Japanese.
Yes.
Even if you make mistakes, no problem, but try to converse. That is
Okay.
important.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, anyone else has any other questions about Japanese language or education? I think there was one question about coming to a Japanese school in Japan. So you can approach separately. We can help you. It is possible, and there are really good schools in Tokyo. And it is possible. Some of the schools also sponsor student visa for the duration you learn with them, and you can get. I mean, if you come as you find, it is challenging to speak in Japanese when you are not in Japan. So it is good to come to Japan and get qualified at a higher level. It is much faster, and also it is good to find jobs. So you can think on those lines. If you want to come, let us know. We will be able to help you. And also finding jobs, and as Siddharth San said and Rajesh San said, we have many opportunities, but you need to first of all find out your aim, right? I mean, if you want to come, if you are serious about Japan, because since it is not an English speaking country, coming to Japan can be very challenging, because mostly young people are very comfortable with Western countries. So it may be different, although it is not mandatory to be able to speak or read write Japanese for every job. It depends on where you want to go. Your job may not require Japanese, but still, since you will be in Japan, it's something similar to like in India also. If you come to North India, if you are a South Indian, then you have to have the greetings, right? Basic of Japanese, basics of North Indian languages you must know. So same is true for Japan. You must know some basics when you come here. So yeah, good luck to all. And if there are no questions, like, we can close here. Thank you very much. Thanks to all our speakers, Siddharth San, Manjiri San, Rajiv San, and Taba San. I think she already left, I believe, but it's nice. Please also visit her channel, and we will bring up more people. So please stay tuned to this webinar. Let's meet next month, and wish you a good weekend here onwards. And I think it's a festive season in India. Wish you happy Diwali in advance. Thank you very much. Bye bye.